Child, Karen trying to act like she an open book. Yeah, an open book, but all the pages are blank. Let's get into this episode.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another recap and review. Y'all, the ladies of Potomac are back, and I'm semi-excited about it. I almost did not watch this episode, but the only reason I'm here is because of my man. Okay, so y'all need to thank him. Make sure that you like, you comment, you subscribe. It's just, I'm telling you, it really helps me in this algorithm, and I'm trying to make sure that the Potomac Rollies know where I am. Okay, so make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. So let's get into, this is season 9, I think. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Season 9, episode 1, a crash course in deflection. Okay, so y'all, I'm about to just go through the entire episode. I'm gonna try to not make this too long. Scale of 1 to 10, I felt like this episode for a starter, I'm gonna give it a good 8. It looks like we know where we're going down. I love the ladies. I love the new people that they're showing us. So it's giving me an 8. Y'all put your ratings into the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it. So for them to start off with this reenactment, shady. And then they put the alcohol goggles. They put the alcohol goggles on, so it made it look like it was drifting and blurry. Because you remember, when they were filming this season, this happened before the season had even started filming. So she was going to have to wait for her court date and all that stuff. And I just knew the girls was about to dig into her. I was just trying to see how Karen was going to handle it. So they do a reenactment of Karen crashing her vehicle into somebody else's house or a tree or whatever she crashed it into. Is it just me, or I don't like the way that it looks when they show each woman when they're doing their stories? It looks just real CGI. It looks fake to me. I don't know. Something about it I just don't like. So from there, after they show Karen drunk driving, we go to Giselle. She's going to pick up Karen just to take her out. She calls Ashley. She's like, hey, girl, I'm about to go pick up Drunky. They said they both showcase some concern for Karen. She's she's already gone through this before. She's a mother. She's a business owner. I'm just very shocked. I was very upset. As she said, this has to be very scary for her because this is her second offense. And you remember, throughout some of the seasons, she's always talked about drunk driving, how Maryland has zero tolerance. I think one season, I can't remember what the season was. I think there was one season where she did like a charity event and she talked about the drunk drivingness of it all. I think that I think we all know that was the reason why she had a driver in the first place, or at least that's what Cherie said. Cherie said the girl had a drunk driver. She had a driver because she'd be drunk driving and she'll know how to not drunk drive. And that's why she has a driver. That's where Blue Eyes came from in the first place. Don't be mad that I have a driver, okay? So Ashley's like, I'm just very concerned for her. We know that she's a mother. She's, a business owner. She has a lot of things going on, so we're just very concerned. And Giselle was like, girl, I don't care about none of that stuff that's going on. If she dies or something happens to her, who am I going to argue with on the show? They're going to fire me, okay? So then we get to Karen's home. Ray was like, hey, take her outside. Okay, please let this lady leave the house. I am done with her. It must be so stressful to be Ray because you got this young lady who is older, but she feels like she's still young. And I guess she still is young in her own right. And Ray is trying to get old. Like, he's not trying to push back the clock. He's not trying to take any years off. Ray is trying to get old. He wants to get old and live his life and die, okay? And it seems like Karen is holding on to the fountain of youth, trying to find the fountain of youth. And it must be so stressful now at Ray's OH and her OH too, having to deal with her, trying to hold on. Girl, you are not a spring chicken. You're not, okay? Anyway, Giselle, they're driving. She's like, I'm not going to drive past that. Okay, let me tell you something. Triggers are a thing. And I will not allow this show to weaponize triggers. Okay? Now, it is shady that they keep doing it, but I would not allow them to weaponize triggers because people do have triggers. And every scene we're going to keep hearing, is this triggering you? Are you triggered by this? Girl, we going to have to get another phrase. I will not allow them to weaponize triggering. Anyway, Giselle, she's like, I'm not gonna drive past the accident site where you almost killed someone, because that may be triggering for you. Is that triggering for you? Are you triggered when I talk about your triggers? Okay, and Karen's like, no, it's fine. I'm just not talking about it because we're still going through adjudication. So we're gonna just really settle. Girl, this is a drunk driving offense. And as serious as it is, and as serious as it can be, girl, they're plastering her stuff and information on the news, but she's trying to act like this is a unaliving file, a trial, or a trafficking file. Girl, it's deep, but not as deep as she's trying to make it. Well, we're still going through the legal process. Girl, you gotta go to court. You gotta go to court like other traffic because nobody else was involved. You only wrecked yourself. But from what it sounded like, they said there was 8 charges. Her car wasn't insured. Karen out here driving drunk and dirty. Now that's out of control. We've all been young before. I'm not gonna say that I haven't got a little tipsy and done it before. I know other people have had a drink or two and driven home. But doing that and driving dirty, girl, this out of control. She got all these tickets. She got all these. It was almost like she was driving with warrants out and under the influence. I don't get it. I don't get it. So we go from there. She says she's fine. She's not going to talk about it. The only thing that hurts is her ribs and her ankle. Okay? So she's not going to talk about everything. She just keeps deflecting. So we get to the restaurant. It's Karen's favorite spot. Giselle said, I was shocked because the things that I saw, the drunk driving was the least of my worry. But they said that you also had this offense and this offense and then this offense and then that offense. What is this about? What are the other citations? That was the crazy part to me. And Karen said, you know what? I knew that this was going to, I know you girls want me to talk about it, but it's all going to come out in the wash, things are going to happen. She's like, so, you are having a trial. What's happening with the trial? Like, when is that date? You can read. Girl, I am not Googling when I'm sitting here across from you, girl. What's the date? You know the date. What's your lawyer name? So, and then knowing Karen's crafty, so she might try to have it sealed or covered up or whatever. So then Giselle was like, look, clearly she don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. Karen, this is another thing that I'm saying. Karen, yet again, she's like, it's Ray's fault. It's just so much going on at home. Everything, that man is old and feeble. He walked like that, hey guys. And you mean to make it seem to us like he is terrorizing you in this household? I don't know. And I know y'all like Karen Huger and y'all keep giving her a pass, but now I am a Ray defender and I'm getting sick and tired of everything that's going on in Karen's life. She blaming on Ray. And then we turn to Ray and he's looking like, hey guys, he could barely move. And she's like, you guys don't understand. He's not loving me. He's not doing the things we used to do anymore. The man can barely talk. He barely getting up the stairs without a life alert. And she making it seem like our marriage is just going through. Girl, that man is old. That man is just trying to live out his life. If he could be in Florida on a golf course, I think he would do that. He is trying to live out his last days. Is it just me or is it not weird that every time something happens, she's like, oh, the death of my family. I get that. Her parents, I get that. The death of her parents, I get 125%. But every time it comes to this Ray in the marriage stuff and holding me down and he's not holding me down, that man is... Hey Siri, how old is Ray Huger? How old is Ray Huger? Let me see how old Ray is, because she gonna stop blaming him. At this point, I can't take it anymore. Ray is about to be 80 years old. He not doing all that in the house. And she's like, I was drinking and driving because of Ray and my marriage, and the marriage is going downhill and all that stuff. The man is 80. God, I need something else. And I never got a chance to take things from. I get the parent thing. If she would have stuck with the parent thing, I get it. But now she's going on this marriage path. This man is 80 years old. What more do you expect from him? Anyway, then they get a random donut. And Giselle's like, okay, well, what's this for? Well, Karen's one of our, great customers, and I was paid to say that. Did anybody else notice? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I need to run back the film. It seemed like the waiter went over, typed something on the phone, and then put the phone on the table behind Giselle and them, and then he walked away. I don't know. I didn't rewind it to see. That's what I thought I saw. But he was like, I just want to let you know that Karen told me that she has never had a drink at this establishment. And Giselle was like, y'all don't sell alcohol. Look at the ladies behind you. They had random glasses. One person had a champagne flute. Another person had a big thing of wine. Girl, no. I'm with Giselle. That seemed like a setup. What y'all think? Y'all think it was a setup? It seemed like a setup to me. But girl, protect Karen at all costs. That's what y'all do. Okay. Well, because Ray is out there beating her up and everything else, and let Karen tell it. Then you got Giselle, she's saying, we have her birthday coming up. Karen don't even seem excited about her birthday. And she was like, I wanted to get together a couple of the girls and like really celebrate your birthday. And she's like, well, if I can invite somebody, I want to invite Stacy. We're going to see a little bit more about Stacy a little bit later. And then they asked like, who do you talk to? What's going on with them? And she's like, I talked to Ashley. Ashley's good. Also, I've been talking to Mia, and Mia's doing a world tour. What happened to Mia's mom? I guess she was like, I took your trauma, I don't need your, and I created chaos in these people's lives, so I don't need your trauma anymore. No, I don't know. They started talking about how Mia's trying to take pictures. She's always standing in the back so she can make her man look taller. Girl. Moving on. Then we get to Mia. They going out there having ice cream. Her and G are separated, but they figured out things that will work best for them. They said that they work collaboratively and collectively together to make it work. And G's just happy that they found a solution for both of them. The solution right now, from what I understand, is that G lives in the same houses. Not the same house. He lives in the same building that they do, which was kind of weird because she was like, that kind of messes up stuff with my sneaky link. And I'm thinking, sneaky link, aren't you dating Mr. Ink? Anyway, they talk about the marriage. Mia brings it up, mind you. They talk about the marriage, which Mia brings up, and she's like, I just want to say that I've done everything that I gave everything that I had. Wouldn't you say that I gave everything I had as a wife? He was like, I mean, I guess, girl, if that's your experience. I'm not gonna take your experience down, girl. But I don't know if you gave everything. But I will say you gave some. But I wouldn't say everything, because as soon as things got bad or got a little bit rocky, then you went on straight to another man. And she was like, I didn't move on straight to another man. And he's like, yes, you did. You didn't focus on us. She's like, oh, I don't want to talk about marriage. Girl, you brought it up. But you brought it up. Anyway, now she want to move it on because she don't like to hear when she's doing poorly or when she's doing wrong. She cannot stand it. Only if the things that she wants to take accountability for. That's it. Outside of that, you can't tell me when she's doing wrong, girl. I'm done talking about it. Okay. Well, what about you and Jeremiah and these haircut things? You don't want him to get a haircut with anybody? I didn't say I didn't want him to get a haircut with anybody, says G. G says, I just said I don't want him to get a haircut with certain people. She was like, Ink. He said, well, go, girl, since we naming names, girls, it sounds like the one. And she was like, well, him taking him to get a haircut is a part of co-parenting. She's like, co-parenting? He's not a parent. So there's no co-parenting. She's just really strange with her words. You could say being a step parent or helping out with the kids, but he's not co-parenting because he's not a parent. He's definitely not a parent to my children. Okay? Y'all not married. Y'all not nothing. So, she's like, justice for the old dark-skinned men on this television show. To be honest, I'm starting to feel like they treat the old dark-skinned men very badly on this show. G don't deserve this. So now she's like, well, oh, thumbs up. See, God agrees. So she's like, well, Ink wants a paternity test. And I think that it's his right. He's trying to give you time to figure out whether or not he's going to get his paternity test or he's going to go through the courts. Girl, if he's going to use his money to go through the courts, let him go through the courts. The son is mine. Didn't he say the son is mine? Well, you're the one who made it seem that way, and you put it all out to the news. Okay, girl, well, the only reason that a paternity test would have to be given is if you are questioning whether or not he is the child's. I'm the child's father, but I think he is. That I am the child's father. Okay. The only thing that I said was that you don't know who the baby daddy is. Okay. And did I lie about that? Clearly not. If you think that Ink should be trying to get a paternity test, you get what I'm saying? Well, I'm just saying, and he's trying to figure. What if my son sees this? He's gonna see this on the news, this and that, and he's gonna try to figure out who's his son, who's the daddy. Girl, so then G is right. He didn't tell any lies. You don't know or are not confident, and you're making this other guy believe that I am not the father and that he is the father. Girl, I didn't lie. I know who the daddy is. You don't know who the daddy is. And now you're making another person believe that they don't know who the daddy is either. So if you want to go to the courts and do whatever you need to do, let them do it. Then we get to Ashley. Ashley's meeting up with I guess the only thing she's going to be talking about, we can't see Michael. She's meeting up with the attorney. The attorney said to her, she was like, well, it's been a while, girl. The attorney said, it's been a while, girl. Been a minute since you've been over here. It's been 2 years. What's going on? Ashley was like, well, I'm trying to date now, and as long as I have custody of the kids, we good. Next scene. Then we get to Wendy. Child, another boring one. And the only reason why it was boring to me is because it was not believable. Wendy is a political commentator, correspondent, if you will. She has 4 degrees. She's been working at a prestigious university for a very long time. Okay? Very, very, very long time. Her deciding to leave, cute. That email that she sent, never would a professor and an individual of her stature send an email like that. I'm doing what's best for me. I'm like, girl, no person of her political standing, stature, anybody with her professional background, business background would send an email like that. I'm doing what's best for me and my family, and I'm trying my best. Oop, I just put send. Girl, no. No. And didn't she start the scene saying that, oh, I'm putting up stuff out of my office? Girl, you were already gone. You're putting up stuff from out of your office you took home. So that part really annoyed me and bothered me. I was like, this, I don't like the fluffiness and the fakeness of it all. You did not send that email when you resigned. It's unprofessional. It's unlike you. You didn't send that. What I do want to see is how her mom about to whack her up upside her head when she tells her that she quit her job. Now that is a scene that I'm ready for. Bring the mom in. That's what I want to see. Okay? Where Mama Joyce? Then we get to Karen. Karen is going to a dress store where she meets her friend Vivian, who owns the store. Her and Vivian have been friends for a very long time, and they told each other after they get married and they have all their kids and their kids get out of the house, they're going to be business owners. Then her friend Stacy shows up. I really like Stacy. Stacy says, look, she has a gala to come through. Stacy has a journalism voice. She just talks like a journalist. But all the time. So is that like who she is? Or because I have friends who are journalists. They're like literally on the news. But when I talk to them, they talk regular, and then I hear them put on their journalism voice, and it seems like she's always talking like this. And this is a lot. Here, I'm coming for a dress. I have a gala that's coming up. I need some help. Please, pink only. And I'm thinking, is she talking like that all the time? Anyway, Stacy met Karen at an event. She used to live in Philly, but she left Philly. And now she's back. She used to work at QVC. She left QVC. She hasn't talked about what she does now. I don't know if she has a job, what she's doing now. So they sit down to talk about, what's been going on. And she says, did you see the invitation that Giselle sent to all of our phones? And Karen was like, yeah, I saw the invitation. Go ahead and put it up. Now, sorry about that, y'all. So, we are running out of ideas. Giselle's having a Hattitude party. Y'all know how Giselle dance. And then if you come to the hat party, you may be a taco head. What's going on? Like, you could be a taco head. You could be a firefighter. You may be a banana. I was thinking, what in the Chiquita is this? Anyway, they started trying on the dresses. I thought some of the dresses were really, 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 really beautiful. Then they started having a drink. Child. Stacy says, oh my God, we did not even think. Is this triggering for you? Karen was like, what are you talking about? That we're having champagne. Is the champagne triggering for you? No, because I'm on the medication. I'm on medication. Hell no, I'm not on no damn meditation. I'm on medication, okay? And she let it be known though, but I will be drinking with you girls shortly. Okay? After the medication is over, I will be drinking with you girls, okay? So then we get to the Hattitude party. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna take it back. The hats were very cute. I love the hats. I thought the hats were very cute. Everybody comes in. Ashley comes in. She's like, you think that Karen's gonna like my bounce back basket? Come on, bounce back basket. It was kind of like what Quad gave to Toya when they went into financial turmoil. Ashley had a bounce back. I think it had water bottles in it, Uber cars so she could stop driving, bird houses so she could give herself a little activity. I know Ray's like, ooh, a little bird house, trying to get really excited about it. Giselle was like, girl, I'm glad you bought it because I was going to bring it, but I don't want her to yell at me. But at the same time, she not going to talk about anything. I mean, I had a conversation with her. She was saying that Ray's doing so much. It's Ray, and there's so much that's going on with Ray. And she won't even talk about the court date. And Ashley's like, isn't that coming up, girl? I mean, I don't know. You got to ask her. Giselle also said, I did also invite Dr. Wendy because my daddy died. And Giselle's father passing, which came really quickly. She said it changed her life. And, at this point, she don't got time for negativity. Her girl's gone. Her daddy's gone. And she was a daddy's girl, seemed like. So she is trying to just, turn over a new leaf. And that's why she invited Wendy. She also said Jacqueline was coming. She acted like she didn't know who Jacqueline was and what Jacqueline's name was. But then when Jacqueline came in, she was like, I'm so glad you said yes to the invitation. Girl, I thought you said Mia was inviting Jacqueline. I don't know. Anyway, Mia comes in with Jazzy. Jazzy is this cute little bombshell. We don't get too much from her. The stuff that we do get, I'm very confused about, and we're going to get down to that. Wendy comes in, and as always, Wendy does not say hello to Giselle, okay, at the party that I guess is for, it's not for Giselle, it's more for Karen, so her not saying hi to her, I guess I ain't going to be too whatever about that. But Wendy says she feels like this invitation was not an olive branch because they need to talk more about what's going on. Then everybody talks to Jazzy. Jazzy says, her and her man Darius, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, they are getting married or they're married and they just bought a home. But where did they buy their home? Does Jazzy live in the Potomac or not? I don't understand. So then Karen comes in. Everyone is asking Karen about how she's doing. She says she's doing well. Jacqueline said that no, everybody starts to talk about Karen right, as they're sitting down, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, she's doing well. I've talked to her. She's doing well." And Jackie said, "Well, I just talked to her," and Mia was like, "You said you talked to her, but she was drunk as hell." She was, "Me, I didn't say that, but." The lady did call me. She sounded tipsy, like she had a few cocktails, but I'm not sure. Who knows? It's Karen, so I'm not sure. Then Karen arrives. Everybody sits down. Giselle brings out the drink list. She said we have the Surrey County, the 61, and the non-alcoholic Grand Dame. Okay, which I thought was a key. Giselle says, "Look, the drink's like her personality. She wants to present herself as all of this stuff, but she really not." And Karen didn't even take the non-alcoholic Grand Dame. She didn't want the non-alcoholic drink. I don't know. She said, "Can I get prune juice?" Something like that. I don't know. Karen was like, "Look, this Giselle, I know she was gonna come out sometime, so I'm not pressed about it." So then they talked to Stacy and Giselle. It seems like Stacy was well connected with the group. Giselle was like, "You came to one of the events that we had." She's like, "Yeah, that was a while ago. I saw you. I was working for QVC, but now I'm back." Oh yeah. Also, what I did also not point out was that at the dressing thing, Karen pointed out that Stacy doesn't have her ring on, but she was like, she's been divorced for a year, separated for a year. They were married for 16 years. Oh, thank you. They were married for 16 years. They met on a plane, but now it's not working anymore. So, but she's saying she's back. She also was like, "I knew you, Wendy. The last time I met you, you were pregnant with your daughter." And she was like, "Yep, now my daughter's 5." And she was telling me that she doesn't like my hair. So it seems as if Stacy is at least well integrated into the group. It seems a little bit more organic than other times before. Then we talk about the theme. Giselle's like, "This is the theme. We got hats going around. The hats are for each person, and each hat has a theme. And then the questions, if you get upset, then you got to put on one of the things." I'm just saying, I'm just saying the rules. What's going on here? I'm just telling you what the rules are. I don't know. Then they go ahead, and they start with the first hat. The first hat is Karen, which is Hollywood. She's the Grand Dame, da-da-da. They have questions about your accident and what went on with the court case and stuff like that. But I said, I'm not going to say anything, so I'm going to let you talk. She's like, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm all open back. So Jackie says that she's happy. First of all, I'm happy that Jackie was putting on thing. First of all, I'm just happy that you're okay. And no children were harmed, no families were harmed, no pets. Innocent civilians that could have been hit by your car, and no animals were harmed. No one young, youthful, studying for law school, trying to make their way in the city was harmed by your recklessness. But we're not here to judge, so we don't know what's happened, what was going on. Y'all saw Stacey trying to come in, but who are we to judge? And I was thinking, girl, you just got here. Please be quiet. Karen says, "Look, you know that everything that I do is amped up to the 10th degree. Girl, you were drunk driving. Not only were you drunk driving, okay, let's take that out. You crashed into a tree in a ditch and all of that stuff. Then she had the nerve to say like she was a mob wife. But let's keep it clear. Let's keep it gangster. Which one of y'all not gonna be on my side? Because that's really what this is what she said in jazz. I mean, if I'm gonna sum it up, which one of y'all not gonna be on my side? Because I'm not gonna be hanging around no fake hoes. Okay? So tell me right now, y'all with me or y'all not with me? Okay? Because I want to figure out which one of y'all hoes not gonna be on my side. And B was like, wait a second, who is she talking? Soon as she said that, I was like, is she threatening us? Like, what is she doing? And Ashley was like, girl, I don't care about none of that. You just talk about, is there a time? I love Ashley. She was like, I don't care about none of that stuff you talking about. Is there a timeline for the court case, girl? What's this about? Well, there is a timeline, but I can't really talk about it. Ashley said, look, we did this before. The same old Karen, the same old tricks. I'm not dealing with this bullshit again. So then we get to the next hat. It's Ashley, who's a cowgirl. She took them to Texas, and she had a lot of cowgirl outfits. G&A is being fused with the health and wellness part, whatever. Then you get to Mia. Her head is king because she's bouncing around with two men. They said, are we gonna meet, DJ Ink or whatever? And she said he's a radio personality. He's not a rapper. And Giselle said, have you shared him with Jacqueline? Because y'all know y'all like to do that. It was like, no. Stacey said that. She said, they have no boundaries in this group. This is a whole lot for a hat party. And I'm thinking, girl, this is just the tip. Girl, you are not even here yet. Gra, you're not even here. So they said, well, are we going to see G? How's G doing? She's like, yeah, he's doing good. He's leaning on me. He's really leaning on me. Stop trying to make G sound like he's this disrespectful. I mean, this old feeble. He needs a how much he's so poor and broke or whatever. Jacqueline says, she tells the story about how they were folding up Ink's underwear. Folding up G's underwear, and Ink was helping her clean and fold the laundry. I don't get it. Because it sounds like they both simps to me. Anyway, Jacqueline comes in. She said, I feel like he's a good partner. And that G and her was a business relationship. They said a business relationship. Giselle said, but did he feel like it was business? How long were y'all married? She said 11 years. That's a long time, girl, for a business thing. And Karen said, hold up. No. We're not going to do this, Black King, like this. I can disrespect mine, but y'all not going to disrespect G. I really love G. And it hurt my heart when G said that that your children saw you in the bed with another man. That was too much. It bothered me. And Mia said, well, you don't think it bothered me too? And Karen was like, well, I'm just saying, to have your children plastered around nationals. And I don't think this story was that big, but girl, okay. She said it bothered me too. And you think it's my fault that stuff happened? And Giselle said, well, you know what? You didn't protect your children. I felt like you were not being protected. You kind of mixed two things. And she was like, what? I was protecting my children. My children are protected. So I don't know, y'all. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not a mother. And I don't have kids. But me and my partner was talking last night. And all of my siblings are half siblings. I have no whole siblings. But the men that I saw my mom with, she was with them, and then I got a sibling. Okay? I ain't never seen her dibble-dabble with different men at the same time. Like, this the daddy, but she also did. I never saw that. And I can understand how confusing it must be for kids if they do have to see that. Your mom in bed with this man, your mom in bed with this man, your mom in bed with... Why are you seeing your mom in bed with any man? But, except for your father, your husband. But I could see what they're saying. I'm just saying I could see what they're saying. I don't know if it's protective if you're infusing all of these men, even if it's just one, and knowing that you got a husband. And did I talk to your kids about me and daddy are not together? And it got messy, and I think it could be confusing for a child. That's all I'm saying. Mia got upset. I was protecting my kids. I was doing everything that I could for my children. My children have all A's. They're stars. They're stellar. They're in basketball programs, this and that. She gets up. She stops crying, and that's the end of the episode. I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. Y'all feel like Karen is ever going to own up to any of the parts she played in this thing? How y'all feel about this whole Mia situation? I kind of see what they're saying. It's messy, for sure, but protect the children. Do y'all think she protected the child? Do y'all think is that important as a mom? Like, girl, I gotta live my life too. So F these kids. I don't know. Y'all tell me. If y'all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space and no E. On Instagram and on Twitter. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this shouldn't be streaming right now. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, BusyBlu, and we are back.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews in here.